Westlake. It is I, Thomas the Great Hansen, here bringing you senior night. However, this is JV, and senior night will be between JV and Varsity. Now to get us introduced, we have the Midview Middies as guests versus your Westlake Demons, who just drew first blood, scoring an easy 2 from the inside. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to be soloing this shoot. I am camera and announcer, so I suspect you may be tired of me talking before the night is done. Now, a quick turnover, early action by the Demons, who put it up and in, giving them a 4-0 lead over the Midview Middies. They scramble in order to, a call, first call of the game. Natalie Nader passes it in to 33 for the Demons. Puts it up for a 3 and in. That is good. That is a 7 solid point lead over the Midview's nothing. However, this is basketball. The score changes very quickly. Another possession change. Runs up, no defenders, up and in. I wonder if this is going to set the tune for the game. Speaking of setting the tune for the game, I forgot to make my introductory remarks. And during this timeout, I will take the liberty to do so. It is my opinion that Westlake is in fact going to win this game, as has been demonstrated thus far with a 9-0 lead by the Demons. However, and I'm going to beat a dead horse about this all night, the score can change in the blink of an eye in basketball. One solid throw, one Hail Mary even, can change the entire outcome of the game. So while things are looking up for Westlake, that may very well change in just a few moments. Midview breaks, and the action is about to restart. We go scrambling up in order to throw off their defenders. I believe there's a kick outside by... yes, it now goes to the Midview. I thought for a moment that a Midview player had knocked it out. Lost. They gotta pass it around, in my estimation. I believe that's number 3 that has it back to 11, who goes for a missed 3. Passing it around, it is the Midview ball. They're remaining nice and lax despite being with 0 points currently. And a third possession change in mere moments. For a 3, didn't quite make it in. But a 2, and that is a call, I believe, against the Midview Middies. So with 1 foul against Midview, it is now going to be number 33, Randar, who's going to be taking the shot for Westlake. Up and in. 10 points. And that is just another explanation of how, in basketball, penalties kill. Not as much as other sports, perhaps, but still, they can annihilate a team's lead. She puts it up. Not go in. Now, Midi number 32 is running down court with it. Much more energetic now that they're at a 10-point deficit. And that energy may not have served them well, as it appeared that in her haste to move the ball closer to the net, she had missed her target. Walking on 3. Is that 33? Yes, Randar. Now for a 2. I believe that was a knockout by a demon. Yes, unfortunately so. And what's that midi going to do with the ball? I'll pass it to 35 for Midview. Oh, a long pass down and out. No, that ought to give Westlake the ball. Oh, it had even rolled out of the court. Out of the gym even. Let's see. Number 11 moved down to Randar. Now 10. Oh, 23. Oh, puts it up. Ambitious shot with so many defenders. 3 over to 11. Oh, and she puts it up and in. $35, $12. They've been passing it back and forth. Now to 32. Back to 35. They had obviously planned that one out. 35 was waiting for 32. Over to, yeah, that's 12. Oh, nearly a missed pass. We've seen it a couple times, but it appears that Midview seems to struggle with their passing, especially longer ones, which may be their ultimate demise in this game. At 12-0 is the Demon lead. I guess I got so caught up in the action I forgot to announce the two-pointer made. That's 24 from the Demons. Was unable to prevent the throw into Midview 23, but is that is a possession change. One defender in her and a fall. Oh, that's pretty fierce. Looks like there'd been some degree of collision on the court. Oh, 3 up and in, bringing the score to 14-0 Westlake favor, and it is in fact nearing the end of the quarter with only about 2.5 minutes left. Midview is yet to score any points, while they did have some close calls, while Westlake is 14 ahead. 14 passing it to 24. Up and in, Midview getting their first two-pointer. Bring the score to 14-2. 12 points in the Westlake favor. It's a Midview possession change. She puts it up. Is that a 3? Oh, that was close. I kind of hate it when it goes around the rim like that, but at the same time, I love it. The suspense builds. Pass in. Oh, right into the waiting hands of a Demon. With Natalie the Nader moves it down to 4. 1 Mulder. 23. And again, a possession change for Midview. I've noticed this on both sides, that possession changes, especially in JV, happen with a fair degree of regularity, which can really be a momentum killer or a momentum starter, depending on your side. 3-0 Nader, Mulder, and that was number 23, Mustafa, that put the shot up. Oh, and that was a second foul against the Middies. It is now going to give Mustafa another shot. Oh, and up. Not quite in. However, she gets one more shot, and even if she doesn't make it, Westlake will still be a very secure 12 points ahead of their opponent and is likely to end the quarter on a high note. But now it's 13 points ahead of the Middies. Almost a momentum change by the Demons. It's not to be, however. 35, pass that to, is that 33? The shot did not wind up going in. And that is going to be the first call against Westlake. Now, I do hope this does not turn out to be a game where there are fouls back and forth, back and forth. Those are, in my estimation, the worst kind. Let's see, he puts it up. Up, in, and in. Bringing the score back to a 12-point deficit for the Middies. That's 23 for the Middies. One Powell taking the shot. Not in. Bad for her. However, Westlake maintaining a relatively easy pace while moving the ball. And that's Nader. Passed it back and forth. Nader again for a three. It's got one. Randar for a two. Is that possession change? That is. By a nice save, too. A slide right on the edge. Midi 12 over to Midi 35. Midi 23. And I do have to apologize to Midview. And I will, before the end of the game, remember your names. So I will not have to keep using your numbers. There we go. 4 passes it, 3. And she's just strolling down the court with it. And they're keeping it outside the 3-point arc until they pass it in for a shot. 4, who's that, 13? 23. An attempted possession change almost backfired. That was violent. Who winds up with it, however? It appeared that a Westlake player had bumped the ball out, giving it to the Middies. It appeared for a moment she was going to attempt a shot at her own basket. She passed over 12 to 21. Yet another attempted possession change that did not in fact work. 44, Emily Matchik from the Demons. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Made the wise choice not to attempt the save when it would be going to Westlake anyway. What's up? Less than 30 seconds now. A 3. Yep. And a nice high point for the Demons to hopefully end on 18-3 as we wrap up this quarter. Ronnie Cabay defending, but is that going to be a possession change? No, it's not. With almost no defenders. 9.9 seconds left in the quarter, and Midview is going to be starting with it almost so close to the Westlake net. So close to the net they're looking for. They can almost reach up and touch it. Number 4. Wow. 1 second left. That was a call against Middies, and Westlake put it up to get 20 versus 3 to end the quarter with. And with the end of the quarter comes something else, something much more fun to discuss than even the game. Our sponsors. They are the people who provide WHBS with the means, motive, and even opportunity to come out here and bring you the games that you love so much. And I give thanks, and I hope all of you as well, to Hungry Howie's of Westlake, Sky Zone of Westlake, and the Westlake Youth Association football. All of them have provided what WHBS so needs to make our nerd club able to function at the level it currently does. Thank you all to our sponsors. Now, back to the game. As a quick recap, the Demons got 20 points at the cost of 1 foul, and the Middies got 3 points with 3 fouls. You know, I have noticed this in all basketball games, this idea that he who scores the fewer scores. He who gets the fewer fouls tends to score higher. That's not always the case, of course, but it sounded relatively insightful, so I made sure to say it. Number 12 over number 32. Oh, no defenders in 11. Zacabe, I believe, yes, for a nice start to the quarter. 22-3, Westlake lead. Passed it over almost, I'd say about a third of the way down the court to a waiting Midi. Oh, and a possession change. Grabbing a ball that seemed to bounce off of part of a Midi player into the waiting hands of a Demon. Oh, a shot up and in. 24-3 with 4 points scored in 39 seconds by the Demons. There you go, that's number 32. I'm sorry, 12. What was I thinking? Passed in to 32. Oh, and yet another defenderless charge and score by Zacabe. 32. The Middies, got to give them credit for this, have remained calm throughout the game. Oh, shot for a 3. That was right on the edge. And now we have Zacabe again, who moved the ball down, got it into prime shot real estate. Short contest for the ball led to a win by the Middies, unfortunately. For us, fortunately for them. 14-12, just outside the 3-point. Passed it in. Let's see, it's 12. Gives the ball to 11. Oh, she runs down the court with it, Zacabe. 14, up, no, not quite in. Oh, 24, nearly lost control of it. Almost let it go out of bounds. And Midi 14 to Midi 12. And Midi 12 over to Midi 21, 14, a lot of passing. But as I think I said earlier, their passing abilities seem a little difficult. Oh, that almost went in. If you couldn't tell, the basketball fan in me was coming out, while the Demon fan in me was horrified. If that had gone in, I don't even know what I'd have done. That went out. 26-6, Westlake favor, but you've come to already suspect that it's going to be Westlake's favor, have you not? Because you are listening to the eternal optimist. No matter what the score, it is always Westlake's favor. We got 32 to 35. Oh, possession change. Demons moving down court. Oh, that is a 4th foul against Midview. And we're only about 3/4 of the way through the half, if my math is correct. Now, as tensions get more heated close to the end of the game, when Westlake keeps making points like that, bringing us to 28-6, I'm sure, I'm afraid that more fouls may occur. Tends to happen when the game gets rather heated. What's a knockout? Giving the possession of the ball over to blue on the middies. Up. Oh, and yet again, another possession change, but she's getting dogged by 2 defenders. Now, now it is Westlake's ball. 32. And she passes it over. And it's knocked out. Still Westlake's ball. And it's going to be Zacabe who's going to be passing it in. Oh, over 12, 32. A lot of short passing. Oh, is that a possession? Almost. But with defenders down, she put it up, bringing the score to 30-6. Westlake retaining the lead. And in fact, only increasing it. Now, 14 has the ball and she passes it in. A lot of contests, yeah. When there's so many defenders, even 2s right under the basket are unlikely to go in. Oh, he puts it up, and that one went in. 32-6 is the lay of the land currently. Yeah, Zacabe, and that is another, almost defenderless shot, but we had number 12, Abby Matt Lavage, to put it back up 4-2. Score 34-6, Demon favor, but I'm sorry, I spoke too soon, 34-9, still Demon favor, but that was actually a very impressive 3-pointer. 24-12, always the contest for the ball. 12 outside, but Bob's on in. Oh, Zacabe for the 3! 37-9, Demons in the lead. And with only, give or take, 2 minutes left in the quarter, it would appear to be that Westlake is solidly in the lead. But second foul done by Westlake, that does not bode well. Let's see what they're going to do. It's up. Not quite in. Bad for them, good for us. See, currently, it would appear that both teams have been going at a relatively lax pace, which, should that change, that can mean a lot of trouble. And what happens when there's a whole lot of trouble? It's a good game. We go, ball moving quickly down court. 24. Roll out by Midview, 23. 1 minute, 37 seconds left, and the number of seconds is equivalent to the number of points the Demons have, 37, versus the Middies, who have 9. Let's see, who's going to be starting with it? 32. And what she do? Possession change off the hands into a Middy player's awaiting arms. 3-2 up, not in, bad for her. Who's at that 32. The Demons walking down court with it. Has it over 44, goes for a long two and in. Only a step back, and that would have been a 3. But a step back, would that have in fact been a success? Oh. 21 from the middies. Now 35. Now 32. 45 seconds remain in the quarter. With a 39-9 score, Demon favor. An attempt to change that, bounced off the bottom, and just did not work out the way that the middies would have hoped, although they do get a foul because of a Westlake player. Bringing the grand total of fouls 3 to Westlake, 4 to Midview. That first attempt did not work out. 24. And she puts it up. And it doesn't go in. Fighting for the ball, and who's going to win? A call against Westlake. 4 fouls, and 4 fouls each side. And at 32, just outside the 3-point arc. You know, most games you see a lot of ball movement around the 3-point arc. You don't see as much of that as of this game. Oh, it's not going. That would make the game intense. Jogging down the court, 15 up and in. 41-9, Demon favor. Clock keeps ticking down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for a 2. Not in. And it got into the hands of Kabe for the Demons to end the quarter. For a quick recap, we have your Westlake Demons with 41 points with 4 fouls, but those fouls shall be erased. 9 points and 4 fouls by the Midview Middies. And now that we know the score, we also have to know the score in a different way. Those that help WHBS and persons such as myself, proud members of WHBS, be out here to do what we love for you guys. That's Hungry Howies of Westlake, Sky Zone of Westlake, and Westlake Youth Association football. I'll be right back after the break in order to bring you more girls JV basketball. We are back, Westlake, with more girls JV basketball. Now, just to give a real quick recap of the first quarter, we've got the Demons scoring 41 points for a total of 4 fouls, but those fouls have been erased. 9 points by our guest, the Midview Middies, at the expense of also 4 fouls, but yet again, those have been erased. Now, it's a fresh slate as far as fouls are concerned, but points is a different story, especially with the score now being 43-9, Demon favor. You know, that was an excellent, very long 2. To bring the score up. Oh, shot that did not go in. Ignore that one. Oh, and keep in mind, viewers, that the courts have changed so that each is going for a different basket. Now it's number 12. Moving down court over 24, 14, 32, to 12, up, not in. And now it's Westlake currently is in the lead by quite a large sum. However, that by no means is definitive. See, it's only the third quarter, and the last half of the game is known to be exceptionally competitive. As if sports events were never competitive to begin with. Now, it is going to be a whose ball? I believe the Midview is going to start. Yep. Midview starts with it. And they have an easy, non-competitive pass in. So the middies walk, take a shot. Does not go in. Pass over to that's number 10. 22, 24, 33, 10, taking the shot, not in. Oh, a lot of defenders in her path and no one to back her up. And if you don't make it against those odds, then that's what happens, a possession change, based on whoever gets the rebound. 32 for a shot. 3. All right. 24. In. Let's see, that's number 10. I can hardly see. My eyes are pretty bad, not gonna lie. But, on the 3-point line. Almost, there we go, backing up into 3 territory. That's Ronnie Cabay, pass it over to 32. Oh, that's a possession change. Never good for the gaining momentum of the opposing team. But before the middies' momentum could truly get started, the Demons shut that down and got the rebound. Passing, not, and it's gonna go right on out. That's 32. Calmly walking down the court with it. 23 over, what is that? Is that number 12? 32. And a bump out by 24, Ronnie Cabay. Cabay manning defense versus Midi 35. And that pass to 23 was unsuccessful and got the ball, in fact, knocked out. That's 35 versus 24 when it comes to defense. Nice long pass. And they're keeping it outside the 3 for that attempt. Here we go. 4. Moving down the court. It's interesting that Midview at this point is attempting 3s in order to get their lead back up faster. whereas the Demons seem to be sticking to their guns with 2s in order to more effectively secure their lead. Not a bad strategy if I do say so. However, when you have a large lead, that is prime time in order to take some 3s. Well, 3 attempts, I should say. Oh, and that was out. This gives the ball over to the middies. We're going to be passing it in, but who to? Over there to number 12, 32. 21, 32, up for 3. Not in. And 4. Molly Mulder ran down, put it up. Oh, was that a shove? Let's see what the call says. Yep. An early foul called against the Demons. A shove. This is going to ensure that Midview has that easy pass in, and only 84 seconds left in the quarter. And so time, as you can tell, is kind of running out for the middies in order to gain up the points they need to get out of the hole, pay back the deficit. Now 4 over 44. And a foul was called against Midview, giving 44 Magic a shot that went right in, bringing the score to 44-9. You know, I noticed there's only been 1 point scored. I'm sorry, that makes 3 total points scored. An early 2, and then that last shot. Oh, that's 4 points now, bringing the score to 44-9. Westlake very secure in the lead by 34 points, if my math is correct, which, judging from my algebra grade, it may not be. Oh, 45-11 with less than a minute left. The middies have finally gotten some more points to add to their repertoire here. Oh, 44 did not make it. Matt Jack not make that 2. Oh, a deep throw, but it was tapped out by Westlake. 32 seconds, and it went over to number 32. And from the middies, and she passed it off 14 to 35. Oh, was that's 12. Oh, just 15 seconds. And a possession change. What a way to end up this quarter. Let's see if that possession change can turn into a score. 4. Clock is paused at 4.6 seconds. And another possession change. And I suspect there's a Hail Mary in the future. 3, 2, 1. That Hail Mary did not go in. Unfortunate for Midview. Now, you all know what time it is. It is always the right time to thank our sponsors. These are the very people that allow us to be out here, for me to be up in this box, giving you my subpar camera work and subpar announcing. Those people happen to be Hungry Howies of Westlake, Sky Zone of Westlake, and of course the fine folks from Westlake Youth Association Football. Because of them, I get to be out here tonight bringing you this game, which is, as I mentioned earlier, senior night. Well, that does not apply for the JV game. It does, in fact, apply next game. In fact, in between JV and varsity, there is going to be the celebration for the seniors. And you will want to be sure not to miss it. Yep. Westlake is retaking the court in order to get this show back on the road. See, now it's number 10. The Demons has the ball over 4 to 21, 14. Oh, up and in. 47-11. That is the score currently. Yeah. The Demons, just to be clear, had 45 points last quarter, whereas 11 was the ending score for the Middies. 45 points from Westlake. This is to end the third quarter at the cost of 1 foul, and 11 points for 2 fouls to end the third quarter for the Middies. But that score is outdated. Now 47 points Westlake, but still the same old 11 by the Middies. Puts it up, and that goes in, bringing the score 48-11. Westlake favor. Now 37 points down is not a great place to be for any team. However, it is quite easy and quite possible for the Middies to come back. It is not without challenges, but nothing worth winning was ever gained without sweat, I suppose. Let's see, 5 minutes, 45 seconds. There's plenty of time if the Middies act quickly in order to bring them back up. Oh, but that would require Westlake to lax on its offense, such as this. It's been devastating to the Middies' abilities to really get any effective lead. For every point they make, the Demons seem to get at least one more. Oh, up and in, 49-11. Demon, oh, that is a timeout that has been called. 30 seconds. This JV game is wrapping up with only about 5.5 minutes of game time left. However, just to remind all of you in the audience, after this, there is the senior, I suppose we'll call it, appreciation show, and there is the varsity game coming up next. So stay tuned and watch Westlake defeat yet another opponent, because that I'm sure we will manage. Here we go, back to the foul shots. That is 23. Has the ball, she puts it up, and in, 50-11. A 39-point deficit for the Middies. 32, and then passed and put it up, and that's another possession change. I really should have kept count, I suppose. 10, runs it in, over to 4, over to 23, back to 4, and 23, up and in, 52-11. Westlake seems rather secure in their lead as of this moment. That, of course, is subject to change, but Why focus on the negatives? I'm the eternal optimist. We can always focus on the positive. Here we go, 35. Has it over 32. Back to 35. Up. Not in. 44 and 4. Moves it down to 10. Oh, that was yet another possession change. Back to the middies. A momentary break in the action as players trade out. 10-4 come in. Come out for the Demons, and I believe 32 and another player went in. 23 up, not in, which did allow a conversion for Westlake in their favor. 21, 44, and that's 32. Back to 21. Oh, 24. It's going to be 24 for the Demons. One Ronnie Cabay, who's going to be starting with the ball and pass it off. 32, which is Samantha Thomas, and up but not in for the Demons, and allowing yet another possession change. Those rebounds, they can really start to eat away at a score. Here we go now. 20. Only one defender. Up and in. Finding those weak points to exploit. Very, very good call. And that leaves 2 minutes 59 seconds when a timeout is called by Midview. 30-second timeout, that is. I suspect we're going to have quite a number of timeouts in this last quarter. However, I do have to say this. I expected there would be far more fouls so far than there have been. Always something good to see. And this is even better to see. No injuries thus far, which is, it crosses all team loyalties to say that a game without injuries is a game well played. There we go. We have Midview starting out, and they move the ball down at a nice, easy pace. And as I said, it's not, theoretically speaking, impossible, but it will require more than 10 a minute or 1 every 6 seconds. And it would require an even faster pace than that of threes in order to bring them back up. Very difficult. For 32. Over 21. 32. And that is 21. That's 44, 24. A lot of ball. Oh, did you see that? It went around on the inside of the rim and rolled out. That is, that's the worst. But anyway, as you could tell from me monologuing back there, there was a lot of ball movement done by the Demons. A fair number of these points were made by Zacabe grabbing possession and then running to the opposing basket. However, that does not appear how the Demons want to finish out the game. Well, Zacabe's charges were very important to bringing up the score. Teamwork is also one of, if not the most important skills that can be brought to bear, that's the word, upon the opposing team. 32, that's 21, still has it. At 23, up. 44, 21, 32. As I said, see, a lot of ball movement. Pass it over. 24, 21. Oh, 35. Only one defender. She goes for, instead of a layup, a toss. That did not work out. 1 minute left. I gotta tell you, the game seems pretty much set that Midview is not going to succeed. However, that is no reason to get down because there will be another excellent game coming up. 56-11. At this point, it's not a fight to see who wins so much as a fight to see by what margins they win. And given from the fact that the middies have not stopped, it can be seen they're not okay with a 56-11 loss for them. Where the Demons not letting up, clearly showing that 56-11 is not enough. Now, 26.0 seconds left. And we are almost exactly on time. It is 7 o'clock on the dot, and it appears that's the time it's going to be when we wrap up the game. See, 24. Now, it's more lax in these last 15 seconds. I'm sorry, 15.1 seconds. We must be precise. Now we have middies tossing it in and just jogging, but turning into a run down court. Less than 10 seconds now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, no buzzer beater. And that makes the final score 56, the 11 Westlake favor. Now, as I said, Westlake, well, let me give a quick recap. Westlake finished out the game with 56 points with 1 foul, not as many as I'd expected. And the middies had 11 points with 3 fouls. And that was, to be blunt, a runaway for Westlake. However, that does not guarantee that the same will be the case for Varsity. Now, got to take a moment to thank Hungry Howie's, Sky Zone, and Youth Association Football, all from Westlake, who have been supporting WHBS. And in mere moments, I'll be back to bring you the in-between game senior appreciation show. Join us right back here at WHBS.